channel. I'm Professor Will, your Director of Training here at Centurion Holdings LLC. With me today is my good friend and buddy Carrington, and today we're going to show you some trips out of the clinch position. Check it out. When we talk about trips from the clinch position, I don't care if it's trips, I don't care if it's throws, I don't care if it's sweeps. I start from the same three-step pattern to do this. The first step there is simply off balance. All I've got to do is take that balance from being 50-50 to 70-30, 80-20, 90-10, whatever. Get him off balance. That's what we're looking for. The second thing I do is I just got to give you something to trip over. That could be my foot, my knee, my hip. It could be the fact that I overbalance you so much you can't step and you're what you trip over. Doesn't matter. The third thing I have to have is somewhere for you to land. So your three steps you got to do is off balance, give him something to trip over, and give him somewhere to land. All right, so first let's understand the clinch we're talking about. We can use this out of your basic necktie. They work fine right in here. It'll work fine out of a 50-50 type clinch, where I've got the neck, he's got the neck, I've got the arm, he's got the arm. It'll work well in a close clinch as well. Any of these will work. We're going to do it out of the 50-50 so that we can just give you a little more space to see what we're doing. So out of here, the first one we're going to do is going to be the turn and trip. I'm going to turn his upper body like a steering wheel. So my elbow is going to pull down, so that I'm pulling his head to the side, and I'm going to raise this elbow up. The key of what I want is his weight to go onto this front leg. So I take a slight step as I turn him. And now this foot, same one that I've got wrapped, the hand that's wrapped behind his head, I'm literally just going to put it right to his ankle as I do this. And just tripping down to the ground. Doesn't have to do the feet flying up in the air, doesn't have to fall hard. I don't even care if he hops a time or two. All I need to do for a self-defense purpose is get him to get enough stumble that I can exit and get out of the way. If we're inside the cage, inside the ring, I just need him to hit the floor. It being perfect at 100% him flying up in the air doesn't matter, okay? So again, we're in here. I get a slight step that helps me get this turn going, and we trip here. That just keeps him from able to get his foot to step out, his head overplaces everything else, and he falls. All right, so our second one, well actually it's designed to work with something solid kind of behind this person. So either a wall, the cage, ropes work as long as your promoter doesn't have the ropes set real loose and they give too much. But I'm driving and tripping. So I'm going to drive him backwards. And again, the idea here is I'm driving myself forward and pushing with this elbow, driving here. I want his weight to hit onto his onto his heels as I drive here. And now the trick comes from this foot is going to step right there and pull it out. Again, this works best if I have something behind him. It will work without it. You just have to make sure that drive is really, really exaggerated with nothing there. And I give him a slight pull to the side as his foot comes out. Our third one is the far step and trip. And this time I'm aiming into the middle thigh right here with this knee. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to take this step. And you notice that I'm turning everything with me as I do this. My body weight's doing the work. Again, I'm trying to get all of that weight to go onto this toe. And I'm going to curve me right into his thigh here as I take this step. This angle. So as I take this step and I get him here, and then because this leg's now, I got all the weight here. It's very hard for him to step forward. So this is the leg that's moving on the back side. And I'm going to introduce that to my knee so that it comes up instead of being able to step as I keep pulling his head down. So I step, pull, and catch that leg. The last one we're going to work today is a simple pass and pinch. So I'm actually going to come under this arm, and I'm not really trying to push this over my head as much as keep that in place so I can duck under it. And I'm coming to what we call a pinch clinch. This is a little bit different than like when we do this in jiu-jitsu and we're doing this head and arm choke, my ear goes next to his ear on this pinch clinch. I'm actually keeping his shoulder in between us because I'm not trying to choke him on this. I'm trying to control him. Get my gable grip, and I'm right here at the back of his shoulder, and I'm going to turn him as I step past, and the trip is right there. So get on about a 45-degree angle here. I just come underneath, and I get right here. And I keep that momentum as I step. See how that weight's right there? It's hard for him to move this leg. See, he had to step with that leg, and that's what I'm tripping him on and catching him on. So to give you the entire series here, we have a turn and trip. We have a drive and trip. We've got far step and trip. And we have a pass and pinch. Hope you enjoyed that quick lesson today. Just a little bit of how to do trips from our clinch position. Obviously there are more. This is just the first series that we teach on it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You can always check us out at CenturionHoldingsLLC.net. You can always contact us at CenturionHoldingsLLC@gmail.com. You can find us on all your social media platforms. You can check the QR code right there, and we'll see you next time.